Hey, everybody. Welcome to our monthly Facebook Live for the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs. I am so excited to be kicking off the month of April. It is like spring, fresh time. It is spring cleaning, all the newness, all the new things. And we have some really cool updates for you guys coming up. I am visiting my mom before we PCS. So I'm really excited. I'm in the country, so my background's a little different. The Wi-Fi is a little wonky, so bear with me if I drop off. I have a special guest with me today. I'm really, really excited to have Kasie with us because she is our special guest, and Kasie is a new member here at the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs, and she has jumped in full throttle. And when I'm talking about renewed, revived energy, she is bringing it in so many different ways. She is a mom of two boys who keeps busy with them. She lives in Alabama. She is an Army veteran and spouse. And she's currently has a podcast called Gather the Scattered, which is really cool because we do feel scattered all the time. Let me move this. Here we go. We do feel scattered all the time. So Kasie, come on up. Let's chat.
Hey, oh my God. Thank you so much for the awesome and kind introduction. I am so excited to be here and just excited that you even asked me to come on. So thank you for the honor.
Absolutely. So first of all, your energy and just your new, we need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so great to have new members who want to share and support. And one of the ways that you're contributing to what we're doing and how we're growing here at the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs is by volunteering to be a community leader. So I'm really excited. I want to learn more about your podcast. Tell our people about your podcast, and let's dive into the leadership role you have here.
Absolutely. So whenever you say it, like I have energy, I'm getting the energy from y'all. Y'all supporting military spouses who want to be entrepreneurs. Y'all are supporting us through so many awesome courses that I didn't think I needed or didn't even realize I needed. I was like, I didn't think about that. And just with the Funnel Gorgeous course, I am getting so much just business knowledge in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives me those reminders of like, oh yeah, I do need that. Or, oh, that's how that works,
Mm-hmm.
And so I am just so excited to be here. And just some of the people that I've met through AMSE has just been, it's just been so helpful for me in so many different ways. And so I do have a podcast called Gather the Scattered. And really what brought me to that is we move around, just like everybody does. And there were times where we didn't live on base. And so we lived more in the civilian community. And I'm like, I feel like I need more connection because I'm not living on base. I don't get the connection there, and I need the friends and I need community. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to start this podcast. And I know that people are feeling the same way I am, military or not. People are traveling around and moving around to places they've never lived before, especially since 2020, y'all. So everybody's just kind of doing a relocation and they need a place to land. And so I wanted to kind of help be that bridge to help people land in their new community and find your people.
And so what are some of the things that you talk about on the podcast?
So I talk about how to connect with friends, how to adapt into your new area. I'm currently doing a series on how to move. I'm moving, so I kind of felt like this may be a good opportunity to kind of explain to people like what are the steps you need to take, even finding a realtor, because sometimes whenever you move somewhere, there are people to help you move, nobody there to help you connect.
Yeah. I love that. And you're right. I think a lot of times when you are a military spouse or military family, sometimes you become more isolated and insular because you're in an installation and a lot of people don't even want to get out in the community and make friends because they know they're going to move in 2 years or in 3 years. And I love that you're encouraging that side of it because especially since COVID, people are just don't want to get out, don't want to meet people, don't want to have new experiences because of trauma from COVID, or really just it became a way of life, right? Everything is online. You can order everything to your door. And so I love that you're encouraging people to get out and also connect with people in the community. And one thing I love about connecting with people in the community is that they really support the military and they also learn more about our lifestyles. They have this conceived notion of what it means to be a military family. But when you have conversations with them, you really are sharing what it means to be a military family.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I love that that's your focus. And I love that you are a military spouse sharing about it, but also including just people that move around. There are so many people that move around and have remote work. So it's really cool what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Well, and for people who are just relocating who are civilians, we all have the same thing in common. We're looking for community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And community is a really big part of when we ask people surveys or when we're having conversation, they're looking for people just to connect with and nothing transactional. And a lot of times when you do have a business, things become very transactional. So the community aspect of it, or just feeling like seen, belonging, having conversation is like perfect. So I love it. I love it. So tell me more about what your focus is on when you become and you take over our community every month. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute, but you are an industry leader here in our organization. And that means that you come in every single month, you, for 1 week, you share an expertise focused on one specific topic, and you really help educate the community on that certain area. Tell us more about what your focus is and why you love doing it.
So I think definitely my focus is it can be hard for somebody to tell, and there is more science to that really than meets the eye, telling your story so it can really apply to everyone. And so that it can connect with the right audience of what you're looking for. So definitely telling your story so that it sticks with your business and sticks with other people. And also podcasting, that is kind of a new thing for a lot of people, and they need help kind of gravitating towards that. So I definitely talk about that, and just connecting with people in general, how to build friendship or how to build relationships with other companies or other businesses, and just in general like that.
I think it's great. This is good. And a lot of our spouses need that because, like I said, either they're starting a new business and they don't know how to have conversation around that or build community around it. So it's perfect. And I love the way it all really aligns. And we're just excited to have you on board on our team and just to be part of everything that we're doing.
I am so happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, you are going to be staying with me because you're also helping today. You're a guest host. And we're going to jump right into our monthly topics, which I'm really excited. So this is our MilSpouse News this month. And this section of our live is focused on really just sharing like up and coming current events, things that are happening in our community that affect military spouses from an entrepreneurial standpoint in all kinds of facets. So we're really excited to be able to share that our Military Spouse Entrepreneur Guide, issue number 8, is out. And the focus around this guide specifically is mental health and wellness. And the reason we decided to do that, so all of these topics are chosen like months ahead of time. But it really is interesting how it really fell in line with a lot of the focus of what everybody's talking about right now in the current state of our military families and military members is the mental health and wellness. And so the reason we chose this specifically was around the Elevate to Impact Collective, which we launched our second round, and what and how it really affects every area of our life, including our business. And so for a long time here at AMSE, our focus has been on educating and giving you the resources and information to really start and scale a business. However, what I've realized in this time and having these conversations is that all of those resources don't matter if there are internal barriers blocking spouses from really going out and going after it. So we're really excited about this issue. Have you gotten yours yet?
Oh, I have gotten that. I'm so excited to kind of dive into that. I think what I love about AMC is there is no shortage of guidance and information where you can really achieve what you are trying to do. And I love that this guide is really kind of there to help people through their mental health and wellness, because if everything's not aligned, it's going to get a little broken along the road. So I think this is really awesome.
And something really cool. And so the guide came out and I was just so busy, like doing all the things.
Yeah. Oh, we're all busy, and entrepreneurship comes with so much busyness in general. And you're like, okay, hey, I need to pivot a little bit. And so it's understandable.
So this one specifically, when it came out, I didn't have time to digest it, right? Because like these projects are like babies. You
Yeah.
see them from the beginning to, bringing it to life. And the amount of hours and time and heart and strategy that go into this, not just from the team, but also from Stars and Stripes and the contributors. And so I sat down and I started adding up how many spouses we've either featured, written, have photos in some way, and it's over 1,100. I think it was 1152. And I
Wow.
was like, wow, like spouses have this really great opportunity to have this as not just an opportunity to share their heart based on their topic or their skill and expertise, but also for press, PR, that they've been featured in this guide that's been distributed worldwide, 17 or 18,000 issues, depending on the issue. So it's just really exciting. I love this. And so if you haven't gotten one, head over to our website, grab one at an installation. You can also order one. All you're doing is paying for shipping and handling, or you can check out the digital one, which includes the digital directory on the back.
I'm telling you, I'm so proud of AMC for having
Well,
that because it's the front page. Everybody's going to see it.
yeah,
Y'all, the
absolutely. All right, let's dive into our mission brief. And we're excited to share that we have 34 new members this month. And so if you are new here at the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs, we are sending you virtual confetti and all the things and celebrating you deciding to join a community who understands what you're trying to do, what you're navigating, the different barriers you're coming across. So I'm really excited. And if you are new, make sure you say hello to us in the chat. There's so many people that want to connect.
Yeah, 34, that is huge.
I know. Especially since I just had this conversation with somebody the other day. We moved from one platform to the other, and it's like starting over.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like we're starting all over like a whole new baby. And it is, because it's a new platform. People don't like change.
Right.
People don't like learning new things. But the platform we're on now is it gives you so much more accessibility to everything that we're offering in such a seamless, really quick way that just reminds you, gives you alerts. So I really love being able to have it on my phone and on the desktop in a really fun kind of interactive way. So
I think it's so user friendly. And I think what I do love about the app for sure is it's so user friendly, and I can add stuff to my calendar, like my personal calendar. And it's just a continual reminder. So I don't forget about these important events that I really want to be a part of.
you're right. And the reason that's important is because we put our family, our friends, things that we have to do around the house, things we have to do for the community, wherever you volunteer, you advocate, in our calendar. And it's so important to also put time to invest on working in your business to work all those things out that you want to do and creating that space. And so when you take time to come to an event or connect or network, that's what you're doing. You're investing in really growing your business in a different way.
Okay.
All right, our nonprofit AMSE Alliance, we have the MilSpouse Mentorship Day. It is going to be in Canada. We are currently taking applications. We have a few seats left. So if you are interested, make sure that you register for this. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity. In addition, we've added an additional 6 months mentorship. And so Birthing of Giants is an organization we partner with on this. And what they do is kind of like a speed dating round robin kind of thing where you can talk to giants about your businesses, and all the giants are millionaires. So they have been there, done this several times, and they're in the thick of it in a different way. We're all growing our businesses, and they're able to really come in and advise you or give you strategy or give you a connection that you might need in your business. So if you haven't applied, make sure you go ahead and apply for this. Head over to the next one, please. All right, this is what we were just talking about. So I hope that you do make plans to come, my friend. This is the More Than a MilSpouse Summit. It is May 6th. We currently announced our pitch competition. So if you applied, if you're into DC, Metro, Maryland, all the areas around, RSVP for this event. Invite a friend. Don't keep the goodness to yourself. I mean, sharing is caring. So we have a few seats left. So if you want to RSVP for this, RSVP, and then you can also submit a pitch. Now, the pitch is open to for-profit, nonprofit, service-based, product-based business. Let me share. Can I share this one here? There we go. This is more information on the actual event. It is for all kinds of military spouses who have businesses. If you're a consultant, strategist, coach, freelancer, a founder, if you have an idea, if you're a seasoned business owner, new business owner as well. And we really wanted to make a time where spouses could come and connect with spouses that have businesses, attend breakout sessions that they can actually implement the work. So many times we go to events and we're just writing down a bunch of stuff. You get home and you're like, I don't know what I was supposed to do, right? And also you can hear from other military spouses who have done it or they're in the thick of doing it. And it's just a really great way for us to show that events like this can be more than just sharing and selling to our community. I really wanted to create a space where spouses felt seen, they felt appreciated, and they felt celebrated. So there will be no infomercials. Okay. This event is about pouring into the spouses that attend, and there is a 50 max attendance. You will not have a notebook full of notes, like I said, that you don't know how to implement when you get home. So your out of office for that day is going to be totally worth it. And you will not have anybody selling to you anything. So some of you have reached out to ask if we have vendor tables, and we don't. We really wanted to make this a space just for you to come, be with business owners, and feel like it was intentionally created for you. And I know personally me, I've been to so many events and I leave with tons of notes, tons of business cards. And I get home and I'm thinking, really, was it worth it? You know, was it worth the time? Was it worth the babysitter? Was it worth the new blazer? Whatever it is. And I really wanted to make it that way. So we say no more to filler content at events. We want this to be an event that is impactful. So I'm really excited about it and the pitch competition. Oh, goodness. Sorry. All right. Partners, First Command and Blue Cross Blue Shield are some of our new partners. I'm really excited about sharing more of what they're offering and the ways that they're supporting our community. I'm just really excited to have them come on board and support the More Than a Mill Spouse Summit. Really quick, before we go on to the next slide, I wanted to ask you, Kasie, what are your thoughts around the summit? When you look at it, what are some of the things that, like, if you were to attend, you would want from being there and taking the time to be there?
Just hearing about an opportunity like that just excites me because it's really everything. Like, I love that I have everything on the Circle app, but it's like, it's almost like taking it in person too, and which is so great. I am excited about the pitch competition. That would be so fun to me. I love stuff like that. That would be so fun. But just making the connections with other military spouses is just really awesome. So I told you before that I'm meeting with one of the AMC members tomorrow. And it's so nice to be able to have that connection and just and bounce ideas off each other, things that somebody may be able to offer an idea to me that I never even thought of, and vice
Yeah.
versa. So just getting into a room with you, your team, and all these other military spouses, to me, is just, it's invaluable.
It is. And I'm really excited. And our partners make it all possible, right?
Yes.
This is something we continue to talk about throughout the year. In fact, I've had like 3 partnerships meetings this week, and I've said, hey, this has to be super intentional. We have to have a partnership that's going to stay consistent, that's going to be connected with our community. And so it's really excited to have Blue Cross Blue Shield and First Command alongside a lot of what we're doing.
So when I see those members, when I see First Command and I see Blue Cross Blue Shield, that tells me as a member that not only do I care about this community, but so do they. These are
Yep.
big names. These are big names that care about what we're all here to do.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice to feel supported.
Absolutely. And that's how I feel having these conversations. Like when they reach out to me and we get on a call and I start sharing what we're doing. And there's so many things that we're doing beneath the iceberg, you know, that little picture where everything about. And when I get on with them and I'm sharing that, they're like, wow, this is incredible. So it's really great to be supported, not only by you guys in the community, by the team, but also by our partners who really believe in our mission. And it is aligned. So we're really excited to have them on board and support us.
Yes.
All right. So another campaign that we are working on, you guys have heard, is the Mill Spouse. I have so many campaigns. All right. Military Spouse Entrepreneur Award. We had our first one last year. We have this one this year. We're taking application till April 8th. Okay. I did
Awesome.
an entire podcast episode on this. I have been talking about this several times. I have a video on it. If you are a military spouse and you have not self-nominated, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay. Get out of your own way. Okay. Quit trying to be perfect. Okay. Quit trying to think you're not worthy. You're not good enough. Your stuff is not the best. Who cares? I want you to just apply, because you know what happens when you apply. I'm going to tell you what happens. We have judges. Okay. And these judges read all of your profiles, and these judges are our sponsors and partners. And so
Mhm.
when they see or they read your work, you could trigger something. It could be an introduction, it can be a client, it could be anything. So stepping out of your comfort zone, taking the leap and just applying just to get that PR, or just even to be visible to that high level of people that can really help your business in some way. You never know what people are looking for, or advocacy avenues. I literally was talking to somebody this week, and they said, we've been looking for an organization like you, because most of the organizations we work with are nonprofit and they cannot advertise.
Mm.
So, you never know.
That, I'm glad you explained it like that, Moni, because I think we're all holding each other back in some form or fashion, not only with applying for something like that, but just entrepreneurship in general. So thank you for really saying that. Cause I mean, I think that is, I would have never looked at it like that. And
Because we're in our way, because we're in our own head about
yeah,
it. We're in
yeah,
our own head about, oh, I don't have a good picture. Oh, I don't look good on video. Oh, I only have 2 people on my email list. Like, we're in our own way about all these things that nobody's even thinking about, guys. What
right.
they're looking at is the mission, the heart behind it, why you're doing it, and your journey. Because you said it earlier, stories are powerful.
Mm,
Stories are powerful. So unless you're telling your story, nobody's going to know about it. So if you have a business, make sure that you apply. You never know. And if you know a military spouse that's kicking it, that's doing amazing, who's rocking it, nominate them. It takes 5 minutes to go in and shine some light to their inbox to say, oh my gosh, somebody thinks that I'm awesome at what I do. And it's service-based, product-based, nonprofit. Apply. So definitely, I'm glad we can have these conversations, because I'm telling you, half the time it's we're just in our own ways, and nobody's even looking at it, guys. Nobody's nobody's looking.
the only person that's going to know that you submitted is you.
It's you. It's you. So take some time to do that. And then I'm really excited to jump into our monthly offerings. The first one we have is with one of our hostesses with the mostesses, Selena Conmacki. She has Don't Forget the Ketchup. Okay, when she first said this name, I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but I love it. It's so snazzy. It's so sexy. It's so smart. Mastering the little details for your next launch. And this is perfect. You guys, the sandwich of this courses, chef's kiss. This right here is like putting the icing on the cake, or like what broke the camel's back. I don't know. It's the very final thing, and it's like the bomb. So I'm really excited. Selena, why don't you join us? Selena's actually here. Special guest surprise. Oh my gosh. Where's her? She's coming live. Is she coming? I'm really excited about this course, because when we decided to do courses at the end of last year, we wanted them to be in line and intentional, not just like, oh, this, then that, then this and that. And the way that we've been able to line these up. And then when you were like, oh, I'm working on this one course, and we're like, Michelle was like, that would be perfect. Let's jump it on board in April. So tell us more about the course. First of all, tell us how you came up with the name.
Okay, so I have 20 years in the restaurant business, so I'm always thinking of food in some form or fashion. But then one day, I was getting my favorite burger from the place, and I was like, "Do you want any ketchup?" And I said, "Yes." I'm like, "Put the ketchup in the bag." So I go. I'm not going home, so I don't have the ketchup. And I went to go reach in, and I just wanted ketchup for my fries, and there wasn't in there, even though they asked me, and I said yes. And every time I ask them, I'm like, do you get mad when they don't like put the ketchup in the bag? And they're like, yes, it infuriates me. It's not why I went. I didn't go there to get ketchup, but it's part of the experience. So that's the reason, that's how birthed the name, because the bag is your product and the ketchup is the little details that can make a difference to when you launch your service, product, or event, right? And so I also realized all the clients that have helped with their launches, they kept saying, thank God for you. You're so organized. And so therefore, I wanted to go through the kind of 4 main focuses that you should be thinking about when you are ready to launch. And so, yeah, you're right, Moni. It's kind of crazy how, I mean, huge fan of Funnel Gorgeous. And seriously, it's probably one of my most favorite things. And yeah, you're right. It's like, so now that you've done that, this workshop that I've created will help you kind of like, okay, I'm ready to launch. What do I need to look at? What do I need to make sure that I do so that when I do hit publish and I'm ready to kind of be out in the open, you don't have to worry. You can close that bag because you know the ketchup is in there.
Yes, and it's so smart. Literally, it's so smart. It makes so much sense when you sit down and you think about it. And you're right. There are always little things that we forget. I mean, it's just part of the process. And most military spouses are solopreneurs. So they're wearing multiple hats. And, you know, this is a really great reminder. Even if you have a product or business, a service that's already launched, you can go and take this and say, oh, I've forgotten all these little things, you know, and then figure, you know, see if that's something you can go back and fix. And it is on time. 100%. It is the spring. So refresh your launch, refresh your product, give it new life, give it new vibrancy, you know, and just go out there and go after it. So with our courses, you have accountability every week for 15 minutes. Lena and Anna come in, they have a conversation around what the course is about. And it doesn't have to be focused on the course that month. It could be from any of the courses because they've watched them. They've been a part of that. They're a part of the experience. They, I think Anna used the rainbow method for her new business that she just launched, and very exciting. And, you know, just to see, I mean, Anna's been in business for years. You've been in business for years. And one of the things we forget when we have been in business for so long is how it all started, and to go back to the beginning and make sure that your offer and your service aligns with today's social climate, the way people are buying online, and all of the new things that just keep it alive, because it's so easy to get stale and old and not realize that, oh gosh, this doesn't make sense anymore because we've evolved or things have changed or we've pivoted. So it's really great. I'm excited. If you want to get some more time, one-on-one time, you also want to make sure you come to her group coaching at the end of the month and connect with her, because she will be there to answer any questions. And listen, here we ain't perfect. So if you take 1 or 2 of the classes and you just come in, who cares? Just come in, ask your questions, get some guidance, specifics of which one can help the best. But the videos are short and sweet intentionally because you don't have all the time in the world. And we want to offer you a shortcut to start making money, getting clients in a way that just helps you be successful without stress and with people that can help you along the way. So check in with the accountability every single week. Thank you for being here, Selena. I'm excited to be here. I see Anna waving down there. Anna's saying goodbye. She's not even on camera. It's so cute. I love it. She's like, all right. And then we have, of course, we want you guys to join the organization. So free to join us and connect with our members. We have all kinds of stuff. We're going to dive in a minute. We have great partners. Funnel Gorgeous has been an outstanding partner of ours, especially for the courses, because of all of the wealth of information you also get on top of just access to Offer Cure and Funnel Gorgeous. Like it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. And you mentioned it earlier when we were talking, Kasie, about Funnel Gorgeous. So
yes. Well, and I'm excited about Selena's course too, because I feel like it piggybacks off that. And I feel like y'all are in my brain, because I'm like, okay, I'm taking this Funnel Gorgeous, but I'm also like, how do I do a launch? I feel like there's more to it than just putting it out there like one time. And so I just feel like y'all are really in my brain with this, because that is something I was actually looking for.
Yes, it's awesome. Yes, we're being all kinds of psychic. All right, let's jump into the rest of this month. Our community connections, which is our industry leaders, and that is what you do here, as well as just be a great community connector as well. So we have Alyssa, Lauren. Lauren's actually in Japan, so her props are going to come up at different times, guys. But she's here, she's doing it, she's contributing to the community in ways that give her visibility within the community around her skill set that helps her build her clientele, her expertise. Alyssa, who has she has a brick and mortar. I mean, she's franchise. We have Nisla, who's accounting. If you have not went and read her posts, you guys are missing so much because it's tax season and she's really helping you get yourself together for next year, or if you have filed an extension. And we have Susan, who literally, I've been watching her. She's been doing all these speaking events about etiquette. And I feel like when we were talking about like people not being outside because of COVID, they've lost their etiquette. Okay, I have seen this myself. So she does that. She speaks everywhere, and she comes in and talks about all kinds of etiquette, which is really great reminder as small business owners.
Oh yeah, I've been able to read some of their stuff too in the leaders, the weeks that they've been leading, and I've learned a lot too from just a bit, like especially for Nisla with all her tax information. That is not my strong suit, but I'm glad that I know somebody who is strong in that and who's a military spouse and kind of gets it, because that's a very specific niche to me.
Yeah, and I just like being able to bounce ideas, ask questions, and hire spouses in our community because they get it. So there's just this commonality and respect and mutual community already built in than just meeting a stranger. So it's really, really cool. All right, let's jump into our events. You guys, the stack is stacking. Seriously, look at all of this stuff we have going on. We have our check-ins. We have our Launchpad. Beware, this is our last live Launchpad with Anna and Selena. So we are going to be sharing the Launchpad in other ways with you guys, but make sure you join us because they are going to be live and answering questions. And this is a great opportunity for you to learn more about the platform and about the different membership levels and opportunities that we create here for you guys, for military spouse small business owners. What the brew, that is popping. And Selena has this card deck that she's bringing out, and it is hilarious. So if you're in the membership portal already, you can go and watch the replays and hear all about the things that they've been talking about, which have been hilarious. And I feel like it creates this commonality and kind of opens us up to have conversation and feel more relatable over just business. And so then when you do need some business support or connection, you feel like you have something in common because you both, do something a certain way or have experienced something. So I really love it. And I know you've been going to these.
Oh yeah, they're my favorite. And there's conversations that just happen. It totally went somewhere I never thought, but in such a nurturing way.
Yes. Yeah. And unexpected. Yeah. And then we have our co-working, course coaching, and CEO Power Hour as well. So make sure you sign up inside the portal. If you want to join any of the all access events, all you have to do is sign up on the membership backend. Super, super easy. And then we have our Elevate and Engage. Like, this is all about community and connecting and having conversations focused on, what we're talking about, what the chat. People are making their introductions. They're talking about where they're from. They're asking questions. They're looking for support in different ways. And our leaders are sharing a wealth of knowledge. Like, you can see Tori over there, like, breaking it down when it comes to streaming. Like, it was so good.
Oh yeah, those can be very, very super informative with those as well, because in some of the things that they can be struggling with in business, like maybe I haven't met those problems. So just being able to go back in to the chat and just being able to see some of those can definitely be very helpful. And it kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of get to know people.
Yes. And that's really what it's about, right? Relationships and opportunities are about getting to know people, learning where your values and norms are, where you have common things in common, and just the ability to support each other. So this has been really, really great, you guys. That is everything. Like, we covered it all the things that you have to look forward here at the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs. As always, I want to say thank you to our community for just being and doing what you guys do. We are so grateful to be able to have an organization that serves you in a place where you can come and get the support you need as a small business owner. And thank you to Kasie for being here today as a guest and co-host, and just to learn more about her business and just to continue to shine the light on organizations and military spouses that want to see us win together. Till next time, you guys, have a great April. Bye.